Well, I'm excited. We're obviously a much different team than what we were last year. Lost 3 quality guys, but we recruited fairly well, and have 4 newcomers that we think will all be good players, and our returning guys have improved. So I think we'll be a fun team to watch play. A lot different than what we've been in the past because we don't have the same size we've had in the past, but certainly a team that will play a little different and hopefully rely on our speed a little bit more than we have in the past.
Okay, coaches, questions? If you'll put your hand up. We got one all the way back on the left on the platform, and then we'll come to the front.
Morning, Coach. How you doing?
I'm great.
How about those Royals, huh?
They're pretty good.
Hey, every year you are charged with the task of making guys become better, improving their game. How do you re-energize each and every year to rise to that challenge?
Well, I think that's what, how does anybody re-energize themselves to do their job? I mean, that's our job. And the other thing is it's not really work. It's something that we love to be a part of what we feel like is the greatest game on earth. And so I don't think that's very difficult, but it is fun to watch guys get better. So, we take a lot of pride in wherever they come to us as, whether it's a Wiggins or maybe a Brady Morningstar or Tyrell Reed. Our job is to get them as close to their ceiling as possible and as quickly as we can, and that's something that our coaches work very, very hard to do.
Got a question on the front?
Sean Roney, Dos Mundos newspaper here in Kansas City. Coach, going back to your reference to Wiggins, I mean, obviously got a lot of attention as a scorer, but he was also your number 2 shot blocker last year, and I think he was tied for second as defensive rebounder. In what ways do you feel like the new guys will be able to compensate for some of the void that he left as a defensive player?
Well, he was, Joe, I think, got voted Defensive Player of the Year in the league, but Wiggs was our best defender. Joe blocked the most shots, but I think that we'll do it by committee. I think that as a team we were probably as poor defensively last year as we've been in a long time, and I think this year's team has maybe a different mindset, maybe more capable physically to be better defenders, but we do not have a rim protector like we had last year. But we'll do it by committee, and there's enough competition in the gym, I believe, that will force guys to become better defenders because of the fact that the guy that they're competing for spots with or competing for minutes with will probably do what we ask them to do.
We got a question in the middle. Again, if you would be sure and give your name and your affiliation, please, on the first question.
Bill Blair Kirkhoff with the Kansas City Star. Hey, one of the big stories in college sports right now are autographs and authenticating autographs. And what do you tell your guys? How do you deal with this issue?
Well, we've actually, run it through our compliance in the past and have ways to handle it, but it's not going to ever go as scripted. Somebody asks for an autograph, the perfect thing to say, well, who do you want me to make it out to? And then if they say, well, don't, just sign your name, then you automatically know, well, it could be for sale. And with you having no knowledge of it, our guys sign autographs for an hour or 30 minutes after every game, and we try to limit it to one thing and have it be a child as opposed to an adult. But there's no telling how many times you have children come bring you 10 items to sign that isn't for them, that's for the adult that told them to go do it or paid them $5 to go get it done. So it's a tough deal. I don't understand those cases at all, but it's a little bit different when you're signing randomly than it is if you're actually sitting down and somebody's handing you, an abundant amount of things to sign. That would be a little bit suspicious to me. But try to educate our players. Hey, if you want an autograph, just ask who to make it out to. And if they ask who to make it, if they say don't make it out to anybody, then there's really absolutely no reason to sign it.
Can't be that easy, guys. Questions for Coach? Got a question in the back.
Bill Tate Steinlungy with the K-State Collegian. Obviously, the Big 12 conference has been highly contested for years. A lot of people vying for the top spot. Do you feel like this year there's more parity in the conference compared to past recent years?
I don't know. I think that the appearance is that there's going to be a lot of good teams in our league. Last year, our league was fabulous. It was arguably the best league in America, and statistically, it was the best league in America. This year, I've seen a lot of the preseason publications, and a lot of them have 5 teams that are preseason top 25 teams, but to me, that really doesn't mean anything either. A lot depends on how we do non-conference. Let's just face it. We need to play well in non-conference because that sets your RPI up for the entire year. But there's multiple teams that would have a legitimate shot at winning our league this year.
Got a question in the front? Actually, 2 questions in the front.
Hey, Bill, Rustin Dodd from the Kansas City Star. You've got a lot of moving parts in the backcourt, a lot of guys that were highly thought of coming in. How's that competition shaping up, and when do you feel like you might know who's going to get the bulk of the minutes there?
I think there's a chance Wayne's going to play a lot, but truthfully, we got 7 good perimeter players, and not I didn't say great, but really good perimeter players, and there is a lot of competition there because you can't play 7 perimeter guys. I mean, we'll play 5 and maybe 6 in certain situations. So I think practices are a little bit more heated. I think the guys are competing against each other, but it'll probably be at least 2 or 3 weeks before I have a feel for how we'll start the season. And how we start the season, I guarantee it won't be how we finish it, because we got some young kids. When they figure it out, they're going to get pretty good.
Questions for Coach? No more questions for Coach? Okay, Coach.
All right. Thank
Good
you,
luck.
guys.
Have a great season.
All right.